No, I said His Highness wants me to tell you he's inviting you for tea. Is that better? Is that something? I don't know what's going on, guys. Hi guys, I just want to take a second to thank all my patrons here who have donated to me. No matter how much they've donated to me, it really means a lot to me. And if you guys want, you can check out my Patreon and help support me continue to make yaoi videos. Thanks guys. I haven't had a wink of sleep since the night before last, and the toll is starting to tell on me. By the time I reach my room, my eyes feel incredibly dry from trying to keep them open. I pry my clothes off and change into a nightgown, finally collapsing onto my bed. Darkness engulfs me. The scent of lotus? The rich but calming aroma of lotus flowers pervades the room. I groan as I push myself upright, blinking through the cobwebs of sleep. Oh my gosh, you hope Nazir is nasty in bed? Ew, you nasty. A slim hand places a steaming cup of lotus tea onto the vanity table beside me. I take a sip, savoring the slight, bitter aftertaste. Thanks. I'm happy to be of wait, this is a new person? Who is this? I'm happy to be of service, Master Rosencruz. Oh, some servant girl? I look up to see a demure-looking young woman standing next to the bed. She has a quiet, attractive face, framed by long silver hair. Her ears are long and pointed like knives. How can you tell? It's covered by your hair. I half-consciously touch my own ear and ask, I beg your pardon, are you a homunculus? You can't just ask someone if they're a homunculus. Oh my god. I am. Wait, no. You need to give her a real feminine voice. I am. That sounds horrible. She dips into a graceful curtsy. Magical creatures shaped from earth and water are very rare, even within the council. Personally, it's the first time I've seen a human-shaped one. I didn't know Eskia had an alchemist skilled enough to create homunculi. The young woman smiles but does not reply. I decide to try another approach. So what's your name? I am Sala, my lord. The Regent has assigned me to be your personal servant. Did the Regent assign me any other personal servants I should know about? Yes, there is. Someone raps on the door. A debonair man pushes it open and swaggers into the room. Ooh, he's kind of cute, actually. Don't you think? He's kind of cute. I like him. Let's see. Oh god, what am I gonna do for this voice? These are too many voices. Too many voices to keep track of. Master Rosencruz, my deepest apologies. I was held up by the treasury business. And you are? Raphael, at your service, Master Rosencruz. Saul and I will oversee the care of your person. I can bathe and dress on my own. Sometimes I can even wake up on my own. Raphael's gestures soften and a smile tugs at the corner of his lips. That's not something that can be taken for granted in the aristocracy of the capital, indeed. However, our services extend to more than just... Oh, no. More than just domestic assistance. I'm also well qualified to give a happy ending. Meaning? You're not just servants? You're bodyguards as well? Oh. Oh, no happy endings then? We can both protect you in times of danger. There will be also be 4 guards that will be watching your chambers at all times. But apart from that, Sala here is also a beautician in her own right. Impressive! Sala smiles. If you ever feel the need to pretty yourself up a little, you can always spend an afternoon with me. I'll keep that in mind, Sala the beautician. Why did we say her name and her title like that? That's a little weird. I am a courtier who has been in the service of the king for a long time. I know all there is to know about the etiquette and the protocols of the court. But I don't know anything about that at all. I shall be delighted to teach them to you. When you want a lesson on court customs and traditions, please come with me. Raphael the courtier, I'll remember that. And then there's Garyon. Oh, Garyon? Who's Garyon? Garyon? Is he another servant? Good heavens, no. Please don't let him hear you say that. Marshal Geryon commands the palace guards and was a close confidant to the late king. He's the one in charge of training new recruits and can usually be found stalking about the parade grounds. However, he also offers training to members of the royal household, and this includes you now. I'm more used to fighting with magic, or should I say, alchemy items. Of course, the training grounds also offer you opportunities to train in magical combat, but in terms of physical fitness, he's the one you'll want to see if you care to stay in shape. It looks like I'm going to have a very busy week ahead. Also, please don't forget about your daily lessons with the princes. How can I forget? Have you got a rough idea for this week's schedule in mind? If you tell us, we can help you plan out your activities accordingly. Sure, let's see. For this week, I think... Okay, so now we can make some sexy decisions for raising stats. So it seems like we can only, for the moment, we can only schedule classes, but we can also later on do the treasury, alchemy, and missions. Okay. Okay. Ooh, I'm a little confused already. What's going on? Okay, let's take it slow. Choose an available lecture and assign it to a time block. I have no idea how this works. This is gonna take a second. Okay, let's see. How is this? Choose an available lecture and assign it to a time block. Okay, I guess. So, for myself, improve beauty, improve etiquette, improve intelligence. Okay, that's not available. Improve combat. For the princes, okay, so below this line is stuff I teach the princes. Teach them water, wood, wind, light, and darkness. Okay, I see. Okay, so do I click on these? Do I drag them over? Wait. Oh yeah, I drag them over. Wait, how do I cancel them? What if I want to cancel them? Oh, reset. I'm an idiot. Okay, thanks. Good job, guys. Good job. Okay, so what do I even want to do? I think I need a little bit of etiquette. How about that? How about a little bit of etiquette? Wait, no, that's beauty. Whatever, fine. That's fine. We'll take etiquette afterwards, and... Okay, I see. So I put these ones below the line on the princes, and then these ones above the line I put only on mine, I think. I think that's how it works. I think. Yeah. I want to say it is. Okay, and I guess... Who needs knowledge? Let's, wait, no, it's not what I meant to do, god damn it. Let's teach my best boy some fire. I want him to know how to do fire because he lights a fire in my heart. And I love him. Alright, Oh wait, and that's the wrong guy. Oh my god, I just messed it up. It doesn't matter. That's the quiet guy, not best boy. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. We can salvage this. I'm going to teach best boy wood because he gives me wood. Salvaged. All right. All right, and we can teach the other guy darkness. I mean, is that okay if I teach them all the same thing? We'll see. I don't know what's good. Okay. Weekly income, 65 coins. Give me those coins. This morning I am walking along the hallway on my way to class. Oh, what a gorgeous hallway. It's gorgeous. Ugh, this is the worst way to start the day. A servant is cursing out loudly as he's moving several buckets of water up the stairs to the kitchen, I assume. Do those nobles really taste the difference in water, or why do we have to do this? He must be transporting fresh spring water. I've heard some of the aristocrats who only accept the finest of water to be used for their meals. I didn't know those exist in Eskia too. Maybe we can cleanse and enhance fountain water to have the same taste as spring water. That surely would make the life of the servants easier. It would be good for the princess to learn alchemy through practical use as well. We can use the hand job spell if he has trouble controlling his wood. Oh my god. Oh, Kuro can create alchemy items together with the princess. Having the right items at the right time may help you increase the approval of different factions or get yourself out of a pinch. Knock knock. Come in. Oh, is this our office? Oh, it's a pretty happening pad. I like the little crystal ball in the background. I glance up from my studies as the door swings open. Please pardon my intrusion. Prince Serin makes a half bow in my direction with his trademark, courteous smile. Your Highness, pray sit down. Thank you. Prince Serin closes the door after him, and I catch a glimpse of several guards, not mine, but likely his personal troop. I've never seen the prince without any companions before. I guess it's understandable since the culprits behind his father's assassination were never found. Wait, whose assassination? What's going on? So his father was assassinated? Okay. Okay. Pulling out the chair across from me, he sits down. I look around, suddenly realizing I don't have any tea to offer him. Prince Serin must have followed my thoughts as he stops me when I'm about to call for Selah or a guard who would be able to get her. Please, it's all right. I look at him before sitting down again. He smiles at me warmly, showing no indication that it was a mere curiosity. It was a mere courtesy. I find myself smiling back. To what do I owe the pleasure, Your Highness? The Regent would like me to ask you a few more details about the mercenaries who ambushed you on your way to the capital. He was most disturbed by this unconscionable breach of security so near the heart of the kingdom, and to a person as important to us as you. I am touched by his concern for my welfare. Is this a convenient time, Master Rosencreuz? I do happen to have some free time just now, so please ask away. Thank you. To the best of your knowledge, who knew of the details of your journey to Fostrax? The palace, of course. Yes, we already investigating the possibility of an internal leak. In that case, Lord President of the High Council and the Senior Alchemist. You've told no one about your appointment? Not a soul. Do you think they could have? I don't even have to think about before shaking my head. Impossible. They won't tell anyone about what they had for breakfast, much less the doings of their delegates. You know how secretive members of the council are. I see. In that case, what was the earliest forewarning you received of the ambush? My lips purse as I close my eyes, trying to recall more details of that night. On the road to Fostrax, I heard a loud explosion that came from somewhere within the forest. Then the temperature around the carriage began growing warm. What do you think caused the explosion? Perhaps it was a way to remotely detonate phlogiston mines, or maybe one of the caches was misplaced and exploded early. I know the mercenaries had not finished their work when my carriage came to the ambush site. They did not expect me to show up so early since I was supposed to spend the night in the village inn. They knew even about that. I nod. It was a coincidence. Pure luck, maybe. It was the only reason I managed to escape alive. At least that explosion gave you enough time to get away. Thanks to the captain of my escort, he recognized the ambush for what it was immediately and warned me in the nick of time. If not for his prompt actions, I would be... I close my eyes and swallow even though my throat is perfectly dry. The hellish vista of the inferno. The broiling, horrifying waves of heat. I should pick Serin. You're out of your mind. Oh my gosh. Nazir is so much cuter. Worst of all, those piteous, charred things lying twisted and broken about the ruined carriage. Afterwards, the mercenaries came to examine their handiwork. I attacked them, hoping to take them by surprise. That was remarkably brave of you. Aurelius is good too. I like Aurelius. Perhaps it was certainly remarkably reckless. I soon found myself overmatched and fled into the forest. Thankfully, I bumped into a crate of unused phlogiston. I lured the remaining mercenaries to the crate before detonating it, and that took care of them. I reopened my eyes. My hands, I noticed, are balled into fists, and I forced myself to unclench them. You were not able to take any of them alive. That's what scared me most, Your Highness. After I defeated the mercenaries, when I tried to question them, they killed themselves right in front of me. I suspect the person who employed them is able to somehow control their minds to an extent. Wait, is that why they committed suicide? I thought they just didn't want to be taken prisoner or something. That's disturbing, to say the least. Prince Serin's face has turned a touch paler after I finish recounting my experience of the ambush. He sounds as though he's trying to comfort me, yet he looks as though he needs some comforting himself. Thank you for telling me your harrowing experience. You have my promise. The utmost precaution will be taken to ensure this does not happen in the future. Prince Serin. Reassure Prince Serin I can protect myself. Play down the violence of the incidents. Ooh, should we act tough in front of him? Or, playing down the violence of the incidents, sort of like just making him not worry. Alright, fine. Leadership. I am a full-fledged alchemist, Your Highness, and a member of the High Council. You need not be overly concerned with the security of my person. I can defend myself. I have every confidence you can in a fair fight. But our enemies, whoever they are, do not fight fair. Even an archmage or a masterclass swordsman is vulnerable to a poisonous adder? Dagger? I'm sure. Wait, is it supposed to be dagger? Or is adder a thing? I think it's supposed to be dagger. A dagger hidden beneath the sheet of their bed. Or a crate of phlogiston mined into the road their carriage is traveling on. An adder is a poisonous snake? Okay, thanks. Thanks for the tip. My lips pursed. The prince's father, I remember, died in an ambush at the hands of mysterious assassins. As a king, I'm sure he must have been strong, an adept magic user, a master of the sword, and a person with overwhelming charisma. I give you my solemn oath. I will see that you are kept from harm. I observe Prince Serin very closely while he speaks. His troubled look, though diminished, does not disappear entirely, and his eyes have a distant, far-away look that suggests he is thinking of something else, even as he is discussing the ambush with me. Did the story of my own ambush, I wonder, bring back any unpleasant memories? Before I can formulate my hypothesis into a suitably polite inquiry, Prince Serin interrupts the train of thought, abruptly, as if he somehow senses what I'm thinking. I believe you have given me sufficient information to make a report to the Lord Regent. Thank you for your time, Master Rosencruz. It was a pleasure, Your Highness. Good day. Prince Serin inclines his head and turns to leave. He pauses when he reaches the door and turns back to face me. Your Highness? I would like to tell you I'm very thankful you got away from the ambush unscathed. There's a forceful undertone in his voice that makes me think he spoke those words from more than mere etiquette. Thank you, Your Highness. Prince Serin nods again and closes the door silently behind him. I like a guy with double braids. Maybe. Okay, let's save again. Okay. Should we practice our alchemy? or something? Is that what we're... No, okay, no. This is how we make stuff. Okay, and we need the necessary skills to do it. And we also need money. Okay, I see. But wait, so the princes need the necessary skills, not me. Since I already know how to cast magic. Okay, oh, maybe I should have looked at... Oops, whatever. Maybe I should have looked at, like, these and see what I should be trying to rank up. So water and darkness? Darkness seems really important. Seems like a lot of it uses darkness. Water, darkness. Is that earth? Or wood? No, that's air. So let's try to do water, darkness, and air, maybe? Okay, here, we'll give the quiet one air, and I'll give darkness to Nazir. I love you, Nazir. And I'll give, air to, I can't even remember their names. Only name I remember is Nazir. Alright, and let's increase our knowledge. And let's increase our beauty twice. We need to look good. Yay, 65 coins. Do I get more coins if I choose different things? I don't know. I don't know how to influence my coins. I'm walking along the hallway on my way to my study to prepare for the afternoon's lessons when I hear someone call out softly behind me. Master Rosencruz? Oh, whomst are you? So many new characters. So many characters in this game. I didn't think this game would have that many characters, but it's having it's had quite a few so far. Okay, he's not that cute, I don't think. His face is too rigid. I turned to find a tall, enigmatic-looking man bowing in my direction. Good day, sir. I fear you have the advantage over me. What does that mean? Harris? Okay, Harris, what name are you... I mean, what voice are you gonna get? I think I'm out of voices. Give him an accent? My name is Harris. I'm the personal servant of Prince Aurelius. Is that an accent? What did I do with my voice? I don't know if that's an accent, guys, but it's something. A pleasure. He straightens his posture while looking at me. His eyes narrow ever so slightly as he smiles. I have the honor of carrying to you a message from His Highness. That's unusual. Let's hear it. Prince Aurelius sends you his warmest regards and wonders if you would like to take tea with him at the pavilion in the palace garden. I'm saying this so weirdly. This is uncomfortable. What am I doing? An invitation to an afternoon tea from Prince Aurelius? Oh, why does it have to be Aurelius and not Nazir? Ooh. Just so. That's unexpectedly sociable of His Highness. Harris smiles but makes no reply. Please let the prince know I should be able to take up his invitation. His Highness will be delighted. Kindly come with me. I shall show you the way to the pavilion, where His Highness is waiting for you. He looks old. A little bit, yeah. He is a little bit old. You mean now? Indeed. Placing a gentle but firm hand on my shoulder, Harris steers me down the hallway in the direction of the garden. I thought you said in the afternoon. It is already past midday, Master Rosencruz. Technically, this is afternoon. But isn't it a little early for afternoon tea? I think you'll find that His Highness is not too fussed about this sort of thing. Harris pushes the door open, and I blink in the sudden glare of the midday sun. He looks like he's at his mid-40s. Damn, that's rough. I don't think he looks that much older than 30. Nor for this meeting will you be. Now it's just sounding too much like Naoto. Sunlight dances on the soft green meadow and sparkling fountains of the sprawling palace garden. A cool breeze meanders through the air, making the leafy branches of the trees rustle and stir. It sounds like a slightly uncomfortable Naoto. I'll try to work on his voice. I'll try to get it down. At the center of the garden, sitting in the shade of the white pavilion, I see the figure of Prince Aurelius observing us, hands neatly folded on his crossed legs. With not a single kettle, tray, or cup in sight. You said the prince is inviting me for tea, right? Okay, let me think about this for a second. No, I said His Highness wants me to tell you he's inviting you for tea. Is that better? Is that something? I don't know what's going on, guys. A subtle but crucial distinction. This is what happens when I run out of voices. I quite agree. My mouth is suddenly dry. I find myself walking... That is such an awful voice. I find myself walking slowly towards the pavilion. It is so bad. No, it was not good. There's no option but to press ahead, what with Harris blocking the exit behind me and Prince Aurelius fixing that ambiguous gaze of his on me. You're here at last. Good afternoon, Your Highness. Oh wait, no. I already gave the soft voice to the other servant. I don't even know. There's too much to keep track of. He gets a soft voice too. We're out of voices. Well, Harris, get the blades, will you? At once, Your Highness. But blades? Blades. Oh God, he is a little bit sadistic. Oh my gosh, guys, you were right. Blades. Harris places two gleaming steel swords on the table before Prince Aurelius, who buckles one onto his belt without taking his eyes away from mine. What are you doing with that sword? Fighting. That's what people usually do with swords. Who are you fighting? You. Me? His Highness is challenging you to a duel, Master Rosencruz. I already feel like I switched his voice back. I look from one man to the other, more than half expecting them to burst out laughing at any moment, but the faces of the duo are deadly earnest. I really am being challenged to a duel, with Prince Aurelius using swords of cold steel. What should I do? I feel like we should accept it, right, guys? I did switch the voice. I can't even remember what I was doing with that servant. I don't even know. It's hard to keep it consistent. His voice will just always be changing wildly for no apparent reason at the drop of a hat. Slice me, daddy? Okay, let's get sliced. Combat. I lay my hands on the hilt of the remaining sword. As I do, I can feel Prince Aurelius' eyes on mine, watching me approvingly. Physical combat is not really my forte, but if that is the prince's fancy, then I'm determined to give as good an attempt as I can. Are you sure about this, Your Highness? A pleading note creeps into my voice as I make a last hopeless attempt to dissuade him. Yes. Enough talking. On guard. Ooh, shit. Okay, wow, he's really got that sword pointed at us. That is all the warning I received before Prince Aurelius lunges in a whirlwind of shining steel. Taken by surprise, I barely managed to bring my sword up in time to parry the incoming blows. Step by step, the prince forces me backwards, out of the pavilion and onto the meadow beyond. Shing! Oh my gosh, intelligence fail? We didn't have enough intelligence for this fight, guys! No! It quickly becomes clear that I do not stand a chance. What? Why do you need intelligence to swing a sword? Combat fail? I practiced combat once! Oh my gosh, how should I have known that there was gonna be a fight? Oh my god, no. The sword feels leaden and unwieldy in my hands. Of course it does. I'm not trained to use it. Soon, despite my frantic attempts to fend off the assault, my arms are aching from strain and barely capable of holding the blade upright. As for my legs, I feel as though the slightest breeze will cause them to buckle. Shing! Swish! What a disappointment. Prince Aurelius is toying with me, fainting here and there, making me wave my sword wildly all over the air while he's barely moving at all. Any moment now he will tire of this game and... Clash! Ah! A sudden blow by the prince wrenches the sword out of my grip, causing it to skid over the grass. We're just a dumb pretty boy at this point? Kind of. Then there's a blur of movement. I stagger as something slams into me with brutal force. The next thing I know, I'm lying flat on the grass, looking up at the blue sky and the white fluffy clouds, breathing heavily. And Prince Aurelius is holding a sword down against my neck, its half-sharpened tip pressing into my skin ever so delicately. From my position, I can see the prince's firm grip on his sword and a coldness that seems to have been ingrained in his eyes, nothing that would fit a beauty such as him. A few loose strands of hair gracefully trace the shape of his face, and the scent of western flowers envelops me once again. The prince hasn't even broken a sweat to defeat me. Oh god. A touch to Prince Aurelius. Ha! Ha! Why are you doing this? Prince Aurelius pauses for a moment, thinking. For some reason, I don't expect him to give me a serious reply. I simply wish to take my measure of you. Harris helps me to my feet, brushing away the dirt and grass on my clothes. You may be my tutor, but you are so only by the grace of the regent. I have yet to determine for myself what your true worth is. Harris, show Rosencreuz back to his room. Aurelius looks away, apparently losing all interest in me. This way, please. Obediently, I allow him to lead me back to the palace. We make our way to the study, side by side in silence. Yeah, maybe we should have declined. God, guys. Here we are, Master Rosencreuz. If there's nothing else, I shall return to His Highness. A minute. What is it? Did you know? I beg your pardon? Did you know what Prince Aurelius had in mind when you brought me to the garden? Harris looks away, stroking his chin ruminatively. His Highness is right. If you want to survive and prosper in a place as interesting as Fostrax Palace, you should really try to improve your swordplay. If you're interested in learning the less salubrious little tricks of the art, Marshal Garion believes himself too honorable to impart, you can usually find me wandering the palace garden. You're offering to teach me? Evidently. My lips pursed on instinct. I get the feeling this man has been with Prince Aurelius for a long time. Even his speech resembles the prince's. Your reasons? Harris pauses to observe me before his eyes narrow and his lips tug into a mysterious smile. Self-interest, mainly. It'd be fun to see whether you can meet Prince Aurelius's expectations. With that, he walks away, leaving me staring into space and stunned. What was most shocking of all is how his voice seemed to change constantly with no warning at all. I can't seem to understand the youngest prince, nor his servants. Kuro can now take classes to learn leadership skills. Wait, I thought he said he was going to teach me combat. Okay, but I guess I can take leadership too. Okay, let's take a little savey. A little save here. And, I think that is where I shall end this stream today.